Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What up? This is Shan, and this is Cozy Womb Podcast. This is Ari. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, Anya.
Hi.
What up?
Say what?
Junk food is an American dream. And I say this because growing up, my mom, she's from Jamaica, and living in Philly, she cooked us breakfast. We didn't have a lot of times where we ate out. We only ate out probably once a week on Sundays after church. Sometimes we would go to either Red Lobster or Sizzlers. But most of the time, my mom will make the biggest dinner on Sundays after church. It's not really a thing to have a lot of junk food in the house when you have parents that are from a different country, or if your whole family is from a different country. That is definitely more of an American thing, where you see, like, you got Checkers or Rallies, or you got all the Chinese spots on the corners in Philly. You got cheesesteak spots. You got the Jamaican restaurants. You have McDonald's. It was a luxury for us, me and my youngest brother, to have McDonald's growing up. And we would only get it if we were going to the Children's Hospital in Philly for something, because they had a McDonald's inside. And I bet you back then McDonald's was actually cooking actual burgers and having better fries and, less GMO'd French fries and GMO'd food. And I don't know, right now I think fast food is scary. Like, even the juices that are given to our kids now have a lot of lead in them, and it's kind of like nothing's safe. You try to go for the better juice in the stores that's healthier for your kids, and it ends up being way more expensive and it tastes horrible. I would rather give my kids water, so I keep a lot of high pH water. Sorry, I need a nap just like the girls. I keep a lot of high pH water in my house when I cook their oatmeal, or I cook their cornmeal, or if I make their pancakes, or if I make pasta. That is the water I'm using. I'm not using the water from the pipe. I do have a filter on it, but I rarely use it. I rather use the water from that. Even if they do have apple juice, which they like, I try to half it with water, so it's not that strong. But the whole fast food thing and junk food thing, when I shop, I'll probably have 2 things in there that I shouldn't have. Either it's cookies or ice cream or candy. And a lot of the candy that I may eat, because I'm a candy fiend, I may keep in my car or at my desk at the office, or I'll try to eat it before they see it, because I would rather take the hit of them having too much sweets than them having all the sweets. My mom was the worst at hiding spots for candy when I was young, so I knew there was something somewhere around her room, in her purse, downstairs, near her sewing machine. I knew all her hiding spots. And in my house, the closest thing to fast food or junk food that we had was those Elio's square pizzas, those rectangle pizzas, and we will keep that in the deep freezer. But my mom cooked curry chicken, curry goat. My dad would bring home a whole goat to be skinned and cut up. A lot of fish from the fish market. My mom would scale it in the kitchen. Huge fish, cut it up, freeze it. Rice and peas, oxtail, lots of cabbage, lots of, hefty breakfasts, eggs, grits, cream of wheat. It wasn't a lot of like cookies, a lot of like, let's go to this restaurant and get this hamburger. My mom, even though we lived in Philly, my mom wasn't big on like getting cheesesteaks all the time. Growing up, when I got to like 11, 12, 13, did we eat out a lot? No, not really. My mom still cooked. Lunch, dinner, she baked. She made the best rum cakes when it came to like winter season, the best cheesecakes. I'm just trying to figure out like, when did this splurge of junk food come in mind? I want to say my teenage years, when I started to figure like I could buy what I wanted to eat. I went for like the Gushers. I went for the candy. I went for the Sour Patches. I went for the cookies and a lot of the ice cream. And I was never big on chips, but now that like I have kids, they really like chips, so I'll buy chips like probably once a week in my house, or buy them like the to-go bags. That's really easy, just to keep them quiet in the car. But when I pass fast food spots, I'm just like, no, you're not getting Burger King. No, you're not getting McDonald's. No, you're not getting Checkers. No, we're not getting Popeyes. I have food at home. I have food in the fridge. I could cook this. I could cook that. Because when you really think about it, for instance, we went to breakfast today. We went to Thumbs Up. And I spent $30. Actually, $36 because I left a tip. Well, that $36 could have went to some groceries that I could have, throughout the week. So you really have to weigh your options on if going out to eat when you have multiple people in your household is really the best bet. We eat a lot of junk food in America. We have a lot of candy. A lot of other countries, they don't have the accessibility that we have as far as like buying snacks and buying sweets and buying fatty foods. Some people are lucky enough to have food to eat for the day. Some places are lucky enough to just find something that'll fill them up for a moment. And they have lots of fruits. There's lots of fruits to eat, fruit drinks to drink. And then I was talking to one of my brother's co-workers today, and we were talking about the process of food here in America versus other countries. It's way healthier in other countries because they're allowing these animals to eat and live in their own habitat. If you want curry goat or to cook goat, you can get a goat in Jamaica, kill it, hang it, skin it, let it drain, clean the meat, cook the meat. That's fresh. It's not going through a process of being electrocuted, taking it to whatever factory to be skinned, to be injected chemicals and preservatives in order for it to be shipped to different stores. Then they inject it with some more coloring because it's not as bright as it was because it's been there for a while. It goes through a crazy process in America for our meats than it would other countries. So I would rather eat meat in other countries because I have the option on how fresh it is. I have the option on how fresh my chicken is versus it buying chicken here in the United States. The chicken in the United States is... Let's talk about how they kill these chickens. They shock these chickens. That's why their hairs on them are so tough. They put them through a process. They just inject them with things, ship them out. A lot of hands are on them. They get into your grocery store, and then you have the CDC saying it's smarter to just cook your meat and not wash it. What? In my family, we wash our meats. We wash our chicken. We wash our goat. We clean our meat. You get your lime, you get your lemon juice, you get your vinegar, you let it sit, you use your kosher salt, you rub it down, you rinse it, you let it sit, you make sure your sink is clean, you'll use bleach to clean your sink. You don't wash raw meat around cups that are open with drinks, and you're smart about how you do things in the kitchen setting. And if you think about it, how many hands have touched your meat that's in a grocery store before it got into that package? You want to make sure you clean that thing. I even get on people here when they buy their salad in the salad bags and they don't clean it. What makes you feel like the salad, the greens that's in that salad bag is clean enough for you to just put in a bowl and throw some tomatoes and some salad dressing on and eat it? You're going to get sick. And people wonder why cancer is so prevalent in the United States. And all these sicknesses and all these things we can't understand why people are catching. The way things are done is very unclean and unsanitary. And people are not thinking about their health when they make the choices about what they eat. It's fine to eat junk food in moderation. It's fine to have a favorite food and consume it in moderation. But things that have no health benefit to you that you do on a longer basis, at the end of the day, yes, you're going to have a negative impact on your body. So that's why I think junk food is an American thing more so than anywhere else, because anywhere else they eat less. If you go to like London or Paris or wherever, they're not eating so much food that is falling off the plate that there's no room on their plate. You know what I'm saying? It's this get more mindset that a lot of Americans have when it comes to what they eat and how much they eat and when they eat and how fast can they eat. And I don't think the idea of fitness is that big here as much as it is get the new thing that's going to get you results faster, but you got to put in less work. I think that's the thing that's pushed in Americans right now. How can I get rid of this fat fast? No, it takes time. It's going to take work. As much time as it took you to gain that weight, you should be able to put in enough effort to lose that weight. Everybody here wants quick results. They're willing to go to different doctors outside of the country to get quick results over something they did over a long period of time. You neglected to go work out. You neglected to make that better choice on the things that you eat. You now are a diabetic because of the things that you ate and drank, and you thought soda was cool all the time. You thought Kool-Aid drinks were cool all the time. You thought, having a lot of sugar in your drink was cool at the time. You thought, eating out McDonald's because it's breakfast food, it has to be healthy. No. There has to be a limit on what you consume in your body. If I know I've spent a weekend of just making bad choices of food, I know I need to be making smoothies throughout the rest of the week. I know I need to be eating salad for the rest of the week. I know I need to be cooking it on the side of whatever I'm eating for dinner for the rest of the week. I know I need to drink more water. Your body never lies on telling you, hey, you eating too much junk. Hey, we cannot function on the hours that you need us to function so you can move your body. So I need you to make better decisions on what you eat or you drink. A lot of the coffee intake in America is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I think it has a lot to do with how people act, what their moods are, how they react. And I think people can get addicted to coffee. There's this coffee machine at work that I've been visiting a bit too much and having triple cappuccinos, and I know I need to stop it because I put a lot of sugar and creamer in there. Even like the milk that we have here in the United States, it's a lot of things going on, and we need to make a better effort at limiting the junk that we put in our bodies, making sure we read labels and we understand what these words mean. And if you can't spell it and you don't know it and it's on the label, you need not to be putting it in your body. There's a reason why things are taking longer to go bad. There's a reason why things have a aftertaste to it. There's a reason why things are on the shelf versus being in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why some eggs cost more than other eggs. There's a reason why buying quote-unquote organic and a healthier option is more expensive than buying the option you've always been used to. And just because your parents used to use it doesn't make it the best option. It doesn't make it the healthiest option. A lot of things that my parents would do back in the day growing up, I would never do today. So you have to find your own healthy habits. You have to do your research. You have to read up, and you have to make healthier decisions when it comes to the food you eat. So these kids can make healthier decisions. Instead of rewarding these kids at school with candy, reward them with something they can learn from, or fruit, or a a gift card to go to a restaurant to go get salad, or something healthy. Just give them something healthy to look forward to, not something that's going to rot their teeth. That's all I'm saying. Junk food is definitely an American thing, but I think we owe it to ourselves to get better. I mean, look how many kids are obese here. Obese kids, like kids walking around here with adult body weight. I don't know. We have to do something. We have to, as parents, as teachers, as caregivers, as grandmas and grandpas, stop shoving this junk food as an option first. Find a healthier option. And if you're going to give them the candy or the junk food, that's fine. Do it in moderation. Come on. Do better so our kids could do better. My name is Shan. Thank you for listening to Cozy One Pod. Bye.
Good night, good night, good night, good night.